when laboring and sitting on the ball, a lot of the times with exercise on the ball, we kind of sit with our knees bent and our feet forward. But when we're doing it with labor, we kind of want to open those legs up. And you can see how that opens the hips up. And if you kind of feel like the fleshy part of your bum is still kind of underneath you, kind of like reach and kind of pull those bum cheeks out. So it's kind of like you were down in that squatting position, but that bum is now back a bit. So you can feel that you can kind of rock side to side, and you can imagine you're having some discomfort and you're doing that deep breathing. You can see how that rhythm of rocking back and forth is also another distraction to help you cope through those contractions. By doing some hip circles while you're on the ball, just changes where the pressure is and where gravity is kind of pushing baby down. This is why having daddy around is a good idea, because sometimes we get excited when we're going on the ball. And we can then go in the other direction. And if that's not comfortable for you, if you just like the back and forth, that's fine. Some women will, or the side to side, some women will prefer kind of rocking back and forth, kind of doing that pelvic tilt. So it's just finding what works for you. Because this is soft, it's a bit nicer than some of the other kind of squatting or sitting things that we can do when you are in labor and delivery. Now the other thing that's really nice, and this is going to be, you guys are going to love me for this, I'm going to take your glasses off. So I'm going to show you guys how to do some simple massage on your wives while they are having some different contractions. So one of the first things we can do is just take the flat of your hands and kind of press down on her shoulders to kind of make her bring those shoulders down and relax. And then you can just run your hands all the way down her arms to her elbows. So it's not deep, detailed massage. It's just then running the arms down. The other thing you can do when you've got her back that way is you can kind of find where her center of her spine is, and then take the heels of your hand and run it down along the sides of her back, down each side of the spine. Now, if she was having a lot of tension, go ahead, in the back and a lot of discomfort, it's kind of hard to get a good deep kind of pressure that way. You can use the heel of the hand, you can use the thumbs running down, you can use kind of a fist and running down, but that's also where those massage tools or something like a tennis ball would work. So I'll give you each a turn with the tennis ball, and you can then see, like, do I like this, do I not like this?
So with the tennis ball,
you're going to go on the outside of the spine,
okay,
and you're going to run it down.
Oh, okay.
Now, she may like it so it's down here as opposed to the up and down and round. But because this is firm, you can get in easier. I've seen another technique using the tennis balls where you actually take 2 tennis balls and you put them in a sock. That way you've got that divide between the balls where the spine would run, and you can run it all the way down, and then that way both sides of the spine are getting done. Did the tennis ball feel practice?
Yeah, it does. I like the round thing. It's a lot of I have a good excuse
free
now.
massages.
And that's a big perk
Yeah.
of doing labor and delivery a bit more naturally. The men have to rub us to make us feel a little bit better. And, really when you are getting some of that intense pain that you can get in discomfort in the back, no matter how hard you dig with your thumbs or with your knuckles to try and get in, it doesn't work. You really do need something extra in the hand to kind of help. Those inexpensive plastic massage tools, like there's a turtle, there's an octopus, and then there's just like the 2 prongs. Like, it's sometimes like the best money that you've spent, because it just, your arm's still going to be sore, but you can kind of up and down or concentrate in one area. But tennis balls are cheap and pretty much everybody has them.
But these are just normal exercise balls, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
To buy a specific birthing ball, it's really no different than an exercise ball.
What if, like, I have the smaller one? Is that still okay?
It's still fine if you're comfortable on it and it's something you're used to. That's completely fine. And it may work a little bit better because you're actually going to sink a bit deeper as opposed to sitting up as much. These ones are designed more if you're doing kind of that exercise where you want the knees kind of at that 90-degree angle. Well, here you can kind of hyperextend and kind of squat down more if you've got a slightly smaller ball. So now another massage that works really well for mummies, and this is great for the partners because you can stand right behind and just lean right back onto me, basically. Lean your head right back. So you can just put pressure on her forehead. He has very large hands.
I do.
Nope, and just lean into me. There you go. So you've got pressure there, and then you can just kind of out to the side towards the temples. Bit of a facial type massage. You can then just stroke out to the side towards, you see, we need to send the men for facials so they understand this. You can do a little bit of massage on the temples. You can kind of stroke up from the chin. And that's relaxing for some mums. Another one that you can do that some mummies will like is kind of from the bridge of the nose out the cheeks. And if you find one that really seems to relax you,
Probably because I'm big and clumsy.
but that's where the practice comes into it. He's done everything basically the way I would want him to, but let's try this. So, bring your hands up a little bit higher, because where you do have a bigger hand, you may only need to use kind of your 3 fingers as opposed to the whole hand. So taking this way and then out with a massage. Some women will like kind of that deep scalp massage while they're laboring. Others will kind of want the head squeeze. And it just depends. It's trying different things. So it's not deep massage necessarily, and it's not something you need to be trained for, but it's relaxing and it helps you. With regards to arms and feet, like the lower part of the arm, feet and calves, taking the arm kind of from the elbow and just kind of pulling downwards in just a stroking motion is perfect. With the hand, it can just be circular motions with the thumbs. Can also stretch the hand back if that feels good. Can rub down the fingers. With the feet, depending on how swollen they are, you know, if mummy is able to be in a rocking chair or in the bed, it's easier than on the ball. But on the ball, you can kind of rub down the calves. You can do long strokes on the thighs. It's whatever feels good. And, you know, try different things. If it's not feeling good, no, I don't like that. Go back to this thing. It was working better. Questions about any of the massage?
It'd be good to do every day, right?
Absolutely. Because the practice makes perfect. Now, send them each to Man Cave. Have them have a little treatment so they know what it should feel like. So they can then imagine, okay, this is what she wants me to do with her head and her face. I have nothing to do with Man Cave, but I will totally support them if it gets, you know, my mummies a good massage and relaxation in their labor and delivery process. Questions? Nope. Feel pretty good about that?
Need practice.
I like these balls. I think they're just generally nice to
Mm-hmm.